Ayodhya, where grand celebrations for this Diwali are taking place. Choti Diwali today, and the entire Ayodhya city is completely decked up. Let's just very quickly show you first these visuals which are coming in from the banks of the Saryu River, where Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath is in fact present. The Saryu Aarti is going to take place in just a short while from now. But this time, the Diwali celebrations are quite significant. And of course, it also has a new meaning because this is the first time that after the court verdict, after the Bhumi Pujan, that the Diwali is being celebrated in the city of Ayodhya. 5.5 lakh diyas will be lit up to celebrate the first Diwali since the Bhumi Pujan of the Ram Temple. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, as you can see right now, this beautiful visual where entire Ayodhya, the Saryu Ghat, is decked up with all these earthen lamps. Gaurav Sawant continues to be with me. We also have Shantanu Gupta, political analyst and author. Rakesh Sinha, Rajya Sabha MP of the Bharatiya Janata Party, is with us as well. Gaurav, you know, you and I have been on multiple occasions at this occasion of the Deepotsav in Diwali. We can see right now the Chief Minister, in fact, at the Saryu Ghats before the Aarti. Just before I go to Gaurav, let's also get in a quick word in from our colleague Abhishek Mishra, who is right now, in fact, present in Ayodhya. Abhishek, just give our viewers a sense of how different is Diwali this time in Ayodhya.
Well, absolutely, Ankit. This time the Diwali was, very different for the people of Ayodhya in the previous years. For the fact, one, it was the first Deepotsav which has happened after the Bhumi Pujan of course, the Ram Temple. Second, the whole event happened amid the COVID guidelines. Strict protocol was there, and maintaining social distance to everything by restricting the vehicles and everything. And third, of course, CM Yogi Adityanath has done the Rajyabhishek, that is the coronation of Lord Ram, and shared his vision about the next year. He also said that we need to plan from now to make it more grander. Specifically for people of Ayodhya, it is an important event. Every year they celebrate it full, excitement. And this year also we've seen that, the effect of Corona has actually not affected this celebration. They all virtually, they are lighting the diyas right now, and they all participated through the live streaming. But the spirits are high, and they all are participating even after the COVID guidelines. And yes, physically they were not there, but certainly they all participated with their love and respect for Lord Ram. Yes.
Right. Abhishek, stay on with me. Gaurav, for somebody who has witnessed this on the banks of the Saryu River, it is, these visuals are something that are etched in your memory forever. I mean, seldom you'll find better, beautiful visuals of so many earthen pots, earthen diyas being lit up on the ghats. A very traditional way, of course, of celebrating Diwali, isn't it?
It indeed is. In fact, it reminds you of those lines of poet Maithili Sharan Gupt when he said, "Dekh lo saket nagri hai yahi, swarg se milne gagan ko ja rahi." And it's actually looking like that this evening when 5,51,000 diyas have been lit up, where people of Ayodhya, where school children, where young girls and boys, they've come and they've lit up these diyas, and it's been a long process to light up these diyas. It's sending a message. It's Prakash Parv. It's actually Gyan Parv. It's knowledge. When you light a diya, you spread knowledge. That's the message of Deepotsav. When Maryada Purushottam Shri Ram, Mata Sita, Bhaiya Lakshman and Hanumanji, they come back to Ayodhya after vanquishing the demon king Ravan and spending 14 years in exile. So that entire path was lit up for them to come. Maryada Purushottam Shri Ram came home. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath garlanded him, touched his feet. It's very, very symbolic. It's also a very major statement that's being made. And if you permit, I want to bring in three of our guests on this, Ankit. We have Amish Tripathi. He's director, Nehru Center in London. He's written the trilogy of Lord Shiv and a 5-part series on Sri Ramchandra. He joins us from London. We have Dr. Rakesh Sinha, Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha of the BJP, and Shantanu Gupta, who's authored a book on Yogi Adityanath. They join us. But if I may, Amish Tripathi, if I could come to you quickly and ask you the significance of Deepotsav this year. Why is this so different?
It is hugely significant. Okay, so this, there are various stories around the Diwali. There is, of course, the Shakta story related to the Mother Goddess. There are many others. There's one related to Lord Krishna, but the most popular one across the entire country is that we celebrate Diwali as the return of Lord Ram to Ayodhya. The first Diwali was celebrated when Lord Ram returned to Ayodhya after defeating Ravan in Lanka. And he returned with Goddess Sita and with Lord Lakshman and with Lord Hanuman and the rest of his followers. And the citizens of Ayodhya welcomed him with diyas, with lights, and in a way, there's this wonderful line I'd heard in London. Western singer, British singer, sang a song on this, saying that the kingdom lit the way home for the Lord's return. And so this is a time of celebration for us. This is the deepest that winter gets. After this, the sun starts returning to the northern hemisphere, and we celebrate the return of our God. And this is particularly significant in Ayodhya this time because the Ram Janmabhoomi temple reconstruction has begun. The invader who attacked the temple was not an Indian, he was a foreigner. Babur was a foreigner, he was a Turk. He was not an Indian. We Indians must remember that.
So is this actually back to the roots, understanding and appreciating our culture, our history, our traditions? I will take that question both to Dr. Rakesh Sinha and to Shantanu Gupta on the other side of a quick break. Ankit Tyagi stays with us on this special broadcast. A quick break, we'll be back with lots more. Stay with us.
And talking about the significance this year, which specifically holds because of, we've been talking to you again and again about that this is the first time that from Tat Ramlala is now at a place where a full Ram temple construction has. These visuals on your screens, once again, beautiful visuals, mesmerizing visuals, in fact, coming from Ayodhya of the Saryu Ghat. And this is the Ram Ki Paidi, which has been completely illuminated with more than 5.5 lakh diyas. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who came here in the afternoon, has been here for the Saryu Aarti as well. And if I can, in fact, go across to Professor Rakesh Sinha. Professor Sinha, this has been a specifically, this time, because the significance, because of it is the first time Diwali is being celebrated during COVID times, effort has been made not only to send across a message, but through technology, make sure that people also zoom into Treta Yug. I mean, that kind of celebration, taking people back into the time using the technology of today.
Importance of Ram has many dimensions. One is divinity, but divinity does not monopolize Ram. Ram is also an idea. And that idea, divinity can be confined to a particular community, particular religion. But idea can't be confined by a particular religion or particular community. That idea is universalization of truth and virtue. That virtue Bhagwan Ram represents. And therefore, the reconstruction of Ram temple in Ayodhya after a battle of more than 500 years is self-satisfying for Hindus, self-actualization for nation, and self-accomplishment for this civilization. So in this age, particularly contemporary age, what Ayodhya gives the message? One thing I would point out to Ankit, India is the only place where the land gets the divinity. Go to the villages. We call Ayodhya, but go to the villages and in rural India, people say Ayodhya Ji. They don't say Ayodhya, they say Ayodhya Ji. As Ram Ji, so Ayodhya Ji. So the land becomes important due to the idea which is generated from that land, which transcends the geography and the time. Why I say so? Look, this is the age where clash of civilization has become accepted fact. What Huntington told a decade ago. In that age, idea of Ram gives the dialogue of civilizations. It is not that because I am a Hindu and Bhagwan Ram belongs to us, that's why I am claiming. His virtues, in fact, cover all dimensions of life. That's why you will find that in Korea, in Malaysia, in Indonesia. So this celebration in Ayodhya is not for Hindus in India, but for all Indians. Those who are reconnecting, rightly pointed out by Gaurav, that when you are reconnecting with the roots, you are connected with the roots. Now you are reconnecting with the roots. When you are reconnecting with the roots, you are not going to the past. We are bringing past to the present in the form of progressive virtues, progressive ideas. And in this world, where there's a conflict is a normal day life, conflict of religion, conflict of idea, conflict of nations. In that is when Ramayana and Ramcharitamanas are read and they are understood, comprehended. The people get a different version. It is for individual, for nation, for civilization. Therefore, yeah.
And that is why this civilization remains in its belief so strong even today. And the teachings of Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram, he led by example. And Shantanu Gupta, that's why he's called Maryada.
Abducted, so he lost his wife.